welcome. This is Candice from Happy Catastrophe, and dun dun dun, dun matchstick. Okay, so my last blubbering snotty video unboxing, I unboxed matchstick, and she came from Morgan O'Brien in Ireland, and no one has stepped forward to say that they bought it for me. So the consensus from the coloring community so far is that Morgan just sent this to me. I don't know. I mean, there was this handwritten note that said, "Thanks so much for adopting Matchstick Mouse. Hope she arrives safe. Warmest wishes, Morgan," which is very precious to me, this letter. I mean, it's handwritten. And from what I understand from all of his orders, he sends you a handwritten note, which is wonderful. But that sounds like, you know, someone ordered her. And why would Morgan send... He doesn't know me. I'm a nobody. Why would he send me Matchstick Mouse? It's a mystery. But I tell you, she came on a perfect day. So you'll be seeing her at the beginning of almost every video, I would imagine. So this is a continuation of my moving all my coloring book inventory from an old book to a new book, and double checking that I have all the information correct, and, you know, destashing when I get to ones that I just don't feel like I'm going to color in anymore. Although I've done a lot of destashing and most of that here on camera. So, yeah, I don't have much more to go. So you probably won't see a whole lot of that. You have seen a couple. Okay, so where we are now is we had just finished up with most of the Matchstick Mouse Nice Little Towns. I have a couple more, and then I have some offshoots of Tatiana Bogema Stolovas. So this is what we did last time, and I absolutely love this fun little summary layout. And if you're just stumbled on this video, I would go back to the first one. This is like, what is this? My subscribers know it's like 10th or something. It'll be in the title because I'll actually go back and count. But we have done all of this. So yeah, so go back and start at the beginning if you want to see these books. But right now, we ended the last video with Nice Little Town 13. And we have a few more to put in here before we move on to another series of books. So first we have to make our page. Now what I thought would be fun is Gudetama this time. Do you guys know who Gudetama is? Gudetama is what's called an icon in Japan, which basically just means, or an idol in Japan. It basically to them just means, for that word for them is like Hello Kitty or cinnamon roll, you know, little animated creatures who are very, very popular. Now, Gudetama became kind of special because it sort of represented a whole new generation of Japanese. And he is sort of an existential egg where he's always just like, no, not now. I can't cope, wanting to go back into his shell, not wanting to do anything. He's very depressed and nervous and anxious. And there's whole documentaries and movies about how an egg with a lot of neuroses became a Japanese symbol for the youth of Japan. But he's adorable. There's manga books out on him. There's a Japanese cartoon series. There's a whole line of plushies and bookmarks and everything, every kind of stationery. And I got this probably off of eBay, probably. And then I put all of my smallest Gudetama stickers. Now, I've made some stickers of Gudetama with my Cricut machine, but these are all little small oh, I know where I probably got this, off of Wish. Yeah. And so I have quite a few of those little Japanese type stickers in here. But I thought we could use some Gudetama ones and make a Gudetama page. Now, I do have some bigger stickers, and I will look for them. It could be that I've used them all because they are ones that I've made myself. So I think it might be important to get Gudetama out for this. And Here he is. I also have lots and lots of little figurines. And I'm thinking about doing a video with them because I do love him. He is very hysterical. Okay, first we need some little tiny skinny washi tape across the top. And I'm going to find that and be right back. All right, so while I was up, I made myself some strawberry water in a mason jar. Yeah. It's so much better than regular water. Of course, out of my well, the water is really refreshing. Has no flavor whatsoever. And I remembered I had Gudetama washi tape, but I couldn't find it. And it might be that I've used it all. So I did find some little Sanrio washi tapes. And I thought maybe, are they both the same thickness? Yes. I think I'll use this white one though, because it'll be less obnoxious on the page. I think I'll use this washi. Let's see if it still has, yeah, I think it still has enough sticky. I think it does. Let's try this. Put it up kind of high because it's thick. Yeah, that's cute, huh? I just felt very cute Japanese today. That's what I felt like. I need that puddle knife that that Meg has so I can make really smooth cuts. Okay. Then I did find 2 left of the big stickers I made. Now here's his little butt hiding under bacon because he never wants to come out. And here he is trying to hide under some snow in a snow globe. I made some Christmas ones. Now the way I make stickers is I just find these pictures on the internet. I just look up Gudetama and images. And then I download those photos. I size them the way I want. Send them to my, or no, I just download them, send them to my Cricut software, C-R-I-C-U-T, Cricut. I have Cricut is my cutting machine. And then I size them down, print them out and cut them. And I print them out on sticker paper, glossy sticker paper that I just order off of Amazon. And I was using matte, but they look better on glossy. So that gives us stickers so we can put something fun like this. His little bottom. So cute. All right. And then, you know, I know it's Christmassy, but it's the only other big sticker of his I've got right now because I need to make some more. And I can make them any size I want. These were big on purpose. I was using them for something. Yeah. Why not? All right. Now, we need a couple of things. We need a color of pen. And I've got these pens. That works. So, books. These are some old distress markers that I have. They're gradually all dying. I never use them very much. At the time when they were fresh and new, I wasn't coloring in coloring books, so I wasn't using them. So they're all starting to die now. I color with them now, though. I use them now because they're water-based. But they're dye ink. You have to be careful because sometimes they do bleed through. So there we have our books. All right, now we need just a really good ballpoint pen. How about this? How about we no, we don't want to put him in purple. How about we do red for him? For this. And we're doing the nice little towns. Oh, we were using Thule Arts. That's right. Might as well continue doing that. Let's get a red-ish. A reddish. How about we pull out of our earth tones and we get this color, whatever color this is. Okay. So, we're going to... Wait, should we continue the same color? Yeah, we should, because we're still doing a few more nice little towns, and it's all Tatiana. Should all the Tatianas be in the same color, do you think? Or should we just make the nice little towns and then go into a different color for the others? That's a dilemma. Let's see, was it this color? Looks like that color, doesn't it? I think it's this color. It's close. All right. I don't know if you guys have watched other colorists that are doing this, but like Disney Megs and Jamie's Coloring Love and wow, Coloring Biker Mama. I'll put their names across the screen here. Those three have really gone to town. They're using a whole indexing system, and it's really amazing. So I would definitely watch their inventory pages because they have taken my little idea and ramped it up. And now my next one, I'm going to follow some of their, what they've done, especially with the indexing, because that's unbelievable. Now this is glary, so I've got it off to the side. And I'm going to open it up and see what we can find. These have been in there a while. Yes, there's some, yes, these are all, oh my gosh, there's a Ninja Gudetama. I don't think I have ever opened this little pack. No. So what do we have here? Just some fun stuff. Let's get it out of the plastic. Okay. There's him saying, what? That's a good one to put right there. Let's put that one right there. Now you get to watch me with my incredibly unmanicured fingers. Oh, that wasn't hard at all. Because that plastic usually doesn't come off very well. How do I put it just kind of up there? One. Okay, what's he doing here? Is he in a black, oops, is he in a black suit? I can't tell. He doesn't have vampire teeth or anything. Let's see. How about, what's this round one? Oh, he's got like a hockey mask on. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. He's got like a hockey mask on. I wonder if I'm experimenting with focusing. There we go. And there's like little eggs and a fork. He's in a roll. I don't get it. I don't have to get it. It's just cute. And you know, this was bought off Wish, so it's probably non-sanctioned Gudetama stuff. So if it doesn't make sense, that makes sense because it's probably unlicensed ripoff. Oh boy, was the first one a fluke? Hold on, I'm gonna get this. That is the problem with cheap stickers, is it's really hard. They're not made with any kind of lip or anything to be able to grip them. Let's not do another and take them off. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this one. He's sleeping with a shell over his face. That is adorable. Oh my gosh. These are so much fun. If you guys ever get a chance to find, problem is finding the books or the anime dubbed or in English or subbed or something is really hard. It's almost always in Japanese. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna go take care of this, and I did. There he is, and we're gonna put him as the 3. So I've watched the cartoon, but even though it's in Japanese, there's not much talking. It's mostly, because Gudetama doesn't really talk. This says something in Japanese, but it is basically him on toast. That's hilarious. Yeah, so it's kind of a Mr. Bean style, you know, nobody's really talking. It's just all action. You don't need to actually understand any language to get it. You know what's going on just by his vocalizations, by his expressions, knowing his personality that he never wants to do anything. Yeah, so it's pretty easy to understand the cartoon, but when the man talks, it is in Japanese. Hold on. Okay, for some reason, I hit start and then I hit stop. So you didn't get to see me put this one on, but I have another one here for you. Isn't it cute? They're taking the shell off and he's saying, what? And like I was saying to nobody because I had stopped the video, I don't know what came first with Gudetama. What it must have been like the cartoon maybe, or maybe the books. I imagine the cartoon and then the books came and then the whole entire franchise. Hold on. Gosh, now I know why I don't get into these very often. These little, they're kiss cut. They're cut all the way up to the edge of the sticker. They're very hard, very, very hard to get off. Okay. Here he is being picked up with chopsticks and sliding off. He's always seems to be sliding off of something. I'll get this one undone. All right, we're going to put him with his chopsticks up here in the first position. Now, where's one that we haven't used yet? Where's that one where he's in the... oh, that one's cute. He's in a sandwich with a variety of things. Like there's some of that bitter melon and some what looks like beef or ham and then egg. All right, I'll get this one started. Okay, we're gonna put this one right here. Now, there's one where he's a ninja. There, we get it. That is hysterical. He is a little ninja guy. Gonna put that one in there. Alrighty. It's a little big, isn't it? Put it there. I think we need a skinny one. How about him in a scarf? All right, let's do that one. Okay, we're gonna put that right here for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then, oh yes, the iconic one of him in toast. We call those, actually he's on top of a sandwich. You know the whole egg in a hole thing? I've seen memes and I've been in conversations where people all over the country and in other countries, you know when you take a piece of bread and you cut a hole in the middle or poke a hole in the middle, and then you put an egg and then you put it on a pan to fry, like in some butter or grease or something, and then you crack an egg in that hole and you fry the egg. What does your country call it, or your state? Here, I've heard it by a few things, but the most common one is toad in the hole. But I know it's called by a bazillion different names. So maybe put it down in the comments. What do you call that dish that has an egg, kind of looks like that, in the middle of toast? All right, I am going to fuss with this off camera and be right back. Okay, so I just stuck it down there and got them on there. So yeah, there's our, what I would call a toad in the hole. So I'm really interested to see, it seems like it's a really popular dish around the world, but everybody has a different name for it. Now, I have come to a conclusion that although cute, and I love this little sticker book, these cheapo stickers are really not worth the struggle. My time is worth more than pulling apart stickers. So I think it'll be more worth it to spend a couple bucks more and get better quality stickers next time. All right, so, because that was, I could have colored half a Matchstick mouse page in the time it took me to wrestle with those stickers. So, you know, if we measure things in Matchstick mouse coloring time, this was half a Matchstick mouse. And that's definitely not worth it. Right, Matchstick? Right. Oh. Okay, so first off, we have one of my one-offs is Nice Little Town Christmas 3. And do I have another Christmas? This might be the only Christmas one I have. So we're going to put it in there. Let's go through this one. Do you guys have this one? This is an older one. 22 is when I got it. She does have some Christmas ones, and they're adorable, just like all of hers are. And I will bring you out just a teeny, nope, out just a teeny bit so you can see it all. Look at this. Now, I don't think there's anything I have colored in here. Oh, these are so... And no mice in this one here. And this is her full-size book. 8 by 10, I think, or it could be even bigger, a little slightly taller. Oh, going cross-country skiing. All the Christmas decorations stuff, I'm almost ready for it. I can't believe it. And it's still before Halloween. I don't do Christmas until after November usually, until Thanksgiving, but I might start a little early this year because I'm kind of in the mood for all this. Oh, I love this where he's got a fire going and there's our little beetle dog and looking out into the snowy day. That's like a snow day from school, isn't it? Or on vacation. Oh, that's so sweet. Christmas morning or Christmas evening. Oh, I love their snowman head on top of whatever. Anything goes in a nice little town book. Oh, this is so neat. I love coloring like slices of oranges and stuff. Oh, this is just like yummy things to eat and drink. But I love that it's under a Christmas tree. So this is, blown up. I love it. Lots of opportunity for light. That's the other thing about Christmas pages is that there's a lot of opportunity for light sourcing. Look at these guys. They built an igloo. I love it. They're all bundled up and cozy in a blanket. That's adorable. There is a lot of focus on the big picture and not the mice in this one, in some of this one. That is really neat. I like coloring knitted things. I know that's odd, but it's really fun to color the shadings of the yarn. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look at his little face. He's eating a sandwich or something. He's got a bag full of goodies. He's like a mouse elf. Oh, he's in a Christmas tree. Oh. See, I love coloring this because it's like we're zoomed way into a world we wouldn't normally see. And look, this little ornament has one of those battery-operated tea candle lights, and you could reflect some light off of this because this is one of those metallic pine cones. And all of these metal and beads and baubles could have lights reflecting off of them. How fun. This is another snow house. Now, I've seen this one. I think the people have a Chihuahua, and they put reindeer antlers. And he looks funny because he has those funny eyes that don't look funny once you color him. They put socks and sweater on him, and the mice are like checking him out and stealing a lollipop. It's weird, but it's kind of cute. Aw, the bird's bringing a present. They're up in a tree. I love the interior one so much. He's putting fruit and candy in the stockings. The pictures on the mantelpiece. That's the third snow globe one. I do like snow globes though. They're pretty easy to make. Like the glass, you color it like regular because there's no water in it or anything to distort the color, and then just put some of those, take a white Posca or something and put those bird poop dropping things that make it look like glass. He's hanging up his prayer flags. Is this a can? He's made a home out of like a tin. Candy cane taped to the side with his lamp. This is adorable. This is again underneath a Christmas tree. Whole world. Oh, here's the little mouse Christmas tree seller. Be fun to do that. Light up sign. Oh, they're all making snow angels. Oh, that's cute. This one. He's just coming by to say hi. Here's all the presents. Another one of those battery-operated tea lights. This is under a table. This is a table leg. That's cool. He's got one of those wire reindeer with lights on it. Sitting out having some hot cocoa. Taking a break from shoveling. And Mom's cooking. I love it. And there's lights all over. All decorated for Christmas. Oh, lovely. Now this must be some specific kind of toy. It's got a little button right there. Or maybe it's a blow up and that's the... Yeah, I think that's a blow up gnome. I think. I love it. He's got slippers on. Gosh, Tatiana's so talented, isn't she? Look at this one. That looks cozy and warm. Oh, I love it when they're watching the fishbowl. It's like their TV. They're all sitting around it with cake, and there's a garland here with some lights, and they're watching the fishbowl. That is really neat. And again, one of those candles, lots of opportunity for light play. Oh. They're sleeping by the lava lamp. You could make the lava lamp some really cool, peaceful colors while the babies sleep. Oh, they're all in a basket. That's so cute. Cornflakes. Cornflake box made into a saloon, maybe? It's awesome. It's a saloon dressed up for... I'm not sure what the mushroom is doing there. And that's it. So isn't this a cute one? So let's Nice Little Town Christmas tree. Now, of course, I have nothing done in it, but we want to cross it. I know it's in this book because I've had it forever, and we want to cross it off. So let's find it. I think I've had it forever. Well, yeah, 22, right? We already looked this up. We already know this. We're getting far through this. All the ones that are crossed off are ones that we've done, that we've look at that. Wow, we're getting there, babes. We're getting there. There we go. Nice Little Town Christmas 3. It looks like that might be the only Nice Little Town Christmas I have. I don't need very many Christmas. Sorry, my phone told me I was low on battery. I don't need many Christmas books. You know, I color enough. I have enough Christmas in everything I have. So let's put this aside and write it in our new book. I started to write something here and it was wrong. Nice Little Town Christmas 3. Can you see that? Yeah. Tatiana, Bogema, Stolova. All right, that's all we need, right? And we have nothing colored in it. Wow. And I've had it since 22. That shows you how much I color on Christmas. That's got to change. Okay, now we get into my favorite Tatiana's. This one is a huge favorite. So let me square away my dying battery and I'll get right back to you. All right, I've got the phone plugged in, so if I accidentally bump the cord into view, I apologize. This is my favorite Nice Little Town. It was one of the first ones I got, 22 September. Yeah, and I went bonkers in it. And so this was when I was first starting to color as an adult for reals. There's a lot in there, and they're not all great, but they're all some of my favorites. So, because of the theme, I love Halloween. So you're going to see some that I cringe. Here's one that I kind of cringe. I was not well when I did this one. Was not feeling good. And so, but I was playing with a lot of things. I can't tell you what everything is on here, but some of these things are pencils or mediums. I know I fixed it. This is Distress ink in the back. I tried there's lots of mediums here. It was my first page and I was just trying to see what worked. I remembered I did something special here. It was like some kind of crayons or something. But I was not well. I have probably had one of my bouts of COVID, I think, was when I did this. But so it's not very well thought out, and the palette doesn't work, but I still love it. It means a lot to me that I actually did this. It made me feel better while I was doing it. So there's one. All right, this was much better. Wasn't it? I'm going to keep a little tally over here because I know that I will forget. This is when I was like, let's go back to what I know. So this is alcohol markers. The background, I believe, is Distress ink, or it could be eye makeup. It might be eyeshadows. I had a lot of fun with this one. I just love the idea of them being inside a pumpkin, all dressed up in their different costumes. Like there's Freddy Krueger and an alien, and I'm not sure what she is, and then an aviator. I mean, aren't they adorable? And this is when I was first experimenting with maybe something could be bright and lit up and otherwise not. Really, all I knew how to do with light sourcing at this point was that. But I do love this one. Oh, I wrote on the back what the other one was. Alcohol markers. Tim Holtz watercolor pencils. I think I was using them on Amazon paper for the first time. Sick, big mess, ugh. Distress ink, mistake. I was not feeling well, obviously. I stopped writing down what I used. Yeah, right away. That's not what I do anymore in the books themselves. And I put backgrounds in, and I often did washi tape or some kind of thing to help hold the page in, but also to clean it up a bit. This was a favorite of mine. Again, we're going back to alcohol markers and some Sakura glaze, and then some glitter gel pens. Things I know and love. It's got some glitter in there. So having a good time with all the colors, because that's how I roll. Let's mark the next one down too. I have a lot in here. I just started at the front and I couldn't stop. I love this book because all the characters are dressed up in Halloween costumes and such. This has got some washi tape around the side. I kind of used sort of a palette all the way around and then went wild with her. So I wanted to make her pretty sparkly and fun. She's dressed up like a mermaid with a fish pet. And like her mom's watching her like, go girl, go trick-or-treating. Mom's letting go. I like this one too. This one was a lot of fun. I remember this one took me longer, and I'm not sure why. And again, I'm just using alcohol markers, even for the backgrounds. I had some cheap alcohol markers that I still using up, and so I was just using them for backgrounds. And this one doesn't have much glitter or bling in it, just mostly here, I think. Everything else is pretty much straight coloring. I wasn't really doing much shading then. That couldn't be done with alcohol markers. There's no pencil in any of this. Boo. Boo. Here's another one. So we are at 6 so far. I like this one because I like the background. I'm glad that I used that bright blue because it kind of helped with the dark, all this dark purple and such. Yeah, same thing. Alcohol markers, glitter, gel pens. I like the silver glittery hat. That's fun. Yeah, I was experimenting with going over the lines with acrylic paint pens. It's the first time I'd done that, and I think that's just a white Posca or... No. At this point, it was probably just a jelly roll. Tried to do a little bit of shading, more shading. I was learning to shade with my alcohol markers. That did end up being my favorite way to color. Here's another one. This one's hilarious. They're dressed up and they're jumping off the roof onto a mattress, and Mama is not happy. I remember being so proud of the shading I did underneath the mattress. I was experimenting. I was learning. This book really shows me learning and trying new things. I experimented with making this look like windows. There's nothing blingy about it. I just tried to make it the shadows and make it look like windows. I was sort of successful. I like this Batman guy. I really like the Spider-Man guy. I think he's cute. And he was just, I don't know what he was trying to be, a dinosaur. I'm starting to get tired of pumpkins and trying new things with pumpkins. Here's another one. We're up to 8 now. This one I made into a rave house. When I saw it, and these guys were going, whoa! All I saw was them dancing. To me, it looked like they were ghosts dancing. Like, put your hands in the air. And then this one, whoa! So what I decided to do is to make every window, and I even put the dance ball, the glitter ball there with all the shining glitter on the wall. I wanted to make every window look like a different rave room, different, lights and such. And then I wanted to make like someone up here is trying to just go to sleep, maybe. These guys are partying. So it's the party house. And I pretended that this was a big blow up pumpkin, and it was just there to tell people this is where the party is. Yeah, I made up a whole story with this one. And so that's what they're doing. Now, on top of this alcohol marker, I painted nail polish. So this is nail polish. Now it's been there for a couple years. Let me smell it. Nope, doesn't smell. It stayed on there, so you can use nail polish. Now, I probably would have fixed this, although it doesn't feel like I did. Maybe I didn't fix it. But nail polish works great. You don't have to buy glitter paint or anything. And this nail polish, it's not picking up in the camera, but it's lots of different colors of glitter. So it's real pretty. It's got reds and silvers. I think it's just red and silver, actually. Pink, like a pinkish red and silver. You can kind of maybe see the pink right there where my thumb is. But yeah, it's real pretty in person. And I haven't used nail polish in much, but I really like it. It's easy, cheap. All right, we're at 9. And this one was an experiment that I didn't care for how it went. Okay, I was trying in an earlier page, I think. So I went over the line with a lighter color, and it made it look like it was glowing. So I thought, okay, cool, I'll do that with all this. Now, it worked really well with the ghosts. I thought they looked good, the pastel ghosts. I was also using pastel, which is very much not me. But it didn't work so well going over all the lines with him. I think it made his beard look really muddy. I think it's hard to see him. I think he needed some lines. It's just hard to see what's going on there. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. Partly is the palette. Like I had no concept of using palettes at this point, but I put in these bubbles, which I was pretty proud of at the time, coming out of his pipe. Because I also made all these pastel and everything else not. I thought that would be a good thing to make them look like they really are coming and invading the house. But I don't think I really like it. This page just isn't very unified, and I like elements of it, but not all together. I do love his necklace. And I think I like his body. It's his whole face and beard thing is just putting me off somehow. Anyway. And then I started on this one. Looks like I started putting some gold on there. Maybe I had just gotten a gold pen and I was getting excited. But I don't think I've done any others because I'm doing this one in order. Now this one is, it just goes on being cute. It's trick-or-treating and Halloween and decorated. Here's a decorated house. And things are kind of alive, which is one thing I like. Now this one has black backing, which the others did not. You might have noticed. Here's a bunch of monsters, like they're in a corn maze. And I know people say they curl. I guess it kind of does. I guess it does a little, but not. I don't know. I'm not bothered by the curl. I'm bothered when it's printed and it doesn't have this solid black. Now this one's printed in Las Vegas, so I get the nice black. The Oregon center that sometimes they're printed out of does not print anything well, and I often send them back. Like he's dressed up like Silence of the Lambs character, Hannibal Lecter, but there's an actual real monster above him. I like this one. So I also have this one out sitting out because it's almost Halloween right now, 2024, and I want to continue coloring in this book. A little mouse is dressed up like a plague doctor. Let me show you him. It's a big book. It's hard to get in. It's great, isn't it? On guard. This is one of their pets. They've got him dressed up like a dragon. Yeah, this book I think is pretty imaginative, and you'll see in the upcoming other 2 Halloween books I have of hers, she's really good at the Halloween stuff. She really is. There's just so many fun decorations to color. This is like one of those blow up things you see in car lots. But it looks like something they created. And then they're all dressed up like medieval kings and princesses, and how fun. Here they are dressed up again. I love the mice in costumes. I think mice in costumes is just really neat. And there's always these random ghosties just with their hands in the air. To me, they're dancing. This one's interesting. I'm always trying, like, what's going on here? This one is like, he's got his candy, but it's like he stumbled into a really scary land. And he's like, what's going on here? Those are heads and fish and a lot of eyeballs. It's the spookiest Tatiana ever gets. Is this the cover? Oh, no. I think I've just seen this one done. It's a boot. Boots are always fun. That would be fun. It's a witch's boot. Look at, they're dressed up as ghosties down there. Ooh, I love the raven on the door. That's neat. Now this is the nice little town Halloween. Nice little town Halloween has the mice because it's nice little town. The other Halloween books are different. I love the bat sleeping in the eaves there of the house with smiles. Oh, I don't remember this one. A little witch mouse and all of her ingredients. But it looks like a recipe that she's baking something. I think she's baking a pie. This one's fun. I love, like, the little Howl's castle. What was his name? Oh, you guys are screaming it at me. What, the fire demon guy. And then all the bottles and potions and stuff. What? Her ghosts are funny. They're not scary at all. They're funny. So these guys are like going to school or something, and this is the janitor lighting lights. He's going in through the cat. Maybe it's like this one's dressed up as Halloween, but is doing some painting. Maybe they're decorating for Halloween. One thing, I think one of the reasons I love Tatiana so much is that her pages tell stories, and that's my favorite thing. So we have 9 done out of here. So we can go ahead and write that in, and then we'll cross it off. This is nice. I can't spell. Little Town Halloween. And this is Tatiana Bogema Stolova. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. It's one of my most colored in books. Now, let's find it in our other book, which I think we already did. Yeah. Oh, hey, how about that? Look at that. It says I did 9. So right on. Right on. All right. The next ones are a little bit different. Yeah. They are PDF books. So that's when I discovered, right after this, was when I discovered that Tatiana has an Etsy shop. So she has an Etsy shop. I'm going to turn the light off. And you can buy all of her books on Etsy on PDF form. Super cheap, super easy. And they're great. So, oh, we got to put that one in too. Okay. So, but they're a little confusing. The two Halloween ones are a little confusing. So we have Halloween, an adult coloring book. And then there is, the other one is called, oh yeah, there's this one, Halloween. And then there's another one. So here's Halloween, an adult coloring book. And there's your coloring belongs to page. That's funny. So we have a page of just these funny pumpkins. Look at, there's that guy. I like that pumpkin. I never thought about making a pumpkin look like it was eating something. That would be so easy to do. This right here. That would be so easy to do. I'm going to set my, this is a very heavy, oh no, that's too much. Hey, Gudetama. There we go. There we go. Let's get this all straightened out for you guys. All right. So we have that guy. Hilarious. Now, you'll notice right away it's slightly different. It's a little bit busier, right? Or maybe a lot busier, but it's not the mice because it's not a nice little town. The nice thing about having it PDF and having it here on my iPad is I can also, and this would be a really good candidate for it, choose to color it digitally, which is where I get my pen and I put this image into Procreate, which is an app that is pretty much every iPad owner has it. And then I can use it to color. And I can zoom in and color and zoom out. And it feels, I've done it on a couple of pages for practice and not on this book, but it feels like real coloring. It's very mind trippy because I didn't think it would feel like real coloring, but it does. See, these are Halloween images, a lot more intricate, but really neat. Like just the right amount of details for me. I like this. Not a bunch of big open spaces to use up my alcohol mediums on. These little spaces are fun and would be really fun digitally. So I'm going to have to think about doing some of these digitally this year. Oh, the monster under the bed. Look at him. He's got too many legs. He's a sock monster. He's stealing socks. Bark, bark. Okay, this one was one I had pegged last year. It's a dog chasing a vampire up a tree. And isn't he hysterical? Oh my gosh. He is so funny. And that dog is just chasing him up the tree. And the dog has like a skull for one of his spots. So clever. I just think it's so good. And I mean, you can look at this and you can just see Tatiana drew this, right? This is a very cool pumpkin. And the neat thing about this is all this detail. It's a pumpkin house and it's her house, the witch. So this is a really neat, and you could do so much with this artistically. Yeah, this one I think I would print out because I want to put some really sparkly stuff on it. I don't know why they're singing. In our country, we knock on the door and we say, trick or treat. And then they come out and they give you candy. We used to take apples, but we don't anymore because in the 80s, some apples were found with razor blades in them because we're America. So what do you do in your country? Do you knock on the doors? Do you go door to door and collect candy? And what do you call it? And when you knock on the door, what do you say? This one is so much fun. Her typical witch in these two Halloween books she has looks like her. And she's adorable, I think. Absolutely adorable. And here she's carving a pumpkin. And she has a sweet little kitty. Really neat. It's got a bird. This is another hat, another very cool, intricate hat with some crazy pumpkins and ghosts. And look at this cat. Come on, look at that cat. Isn't that cool? Yeah, very cool page. Again, I would print this out because I'd want to use some of my super golden markers and different things on it. Here's that cute witch again. She always has that cute face with her curlicue hair. And I think she's adorable. Standing there with her toes together. Books and stuff. Yeah, you can get this. You might still be able to get this. This is an older book, but I'm sure you could find it on Amazon. But if it's not there, you can go to our Etsy shop and get it in PDF. I think this joyous little monster guy swinging in the house and messing it totally up is just really fun. And scaring the bejesus out of that cat. I just think it's hilarious. He's just having a good old time. You shouldn't have a swing in the house if you don't want it to be messed up. Yeah, he's inside his house and he is just totally destroying the house with all these toys. So much fun. There's our little friends, and they're dressed up like a mouse and a butterfly and a witch, and they're going trick-or-treating. Here's some great fun things you can do with lights and the dog. Look at the dog eyeing the candy. Great. This one is gorgeous. I mean, look at that witch. She's so cool. And the cat. I just think this page is so well done. The moon is weird. You know, the ghost flying along with her, and the town kind of curves this way. I think that's a really neat, iconic image. And I would do that either way, either digitally or printed out. It's just really, really neat. I love the patterns and stuff on her clothing. This is kind of like a metal, steampunky kind of pieced together pumpkin-shaped house. Oh my gosh, what is he doing? What's he doing? Is he coming down to attack that? What's he doing? There's an angry guy too. These two are angry. He's not angry. Boy, there's hidden creatures all over the place. Look down here. There's hidden creatures all over. Oh, there's a fun one. Cool. Oh, he's scary. Yeah, so a scarecrow. Oh, that would have been fun to do last Halloween. There was someone put out a prompt that was a scarecrow, and I was trying to find a scarecrow page that nobody was doing, and this one would be good. Not many people color pages out of this book. I think because it's older, but it's such a fun book. And like I say, you can get it for a few dollars off of her Etsy shop. She is neat. She reminds me of the Tim Burton one, the bride, the corpse bride. I think just her face reminds me of the corpse bride. It's cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this crazy skeleton guy is sledding down a hill. For what reason, we do not know. Oh, he's sledding in his coffin. That's his coffin. He looks like he's having a good time, I think. Whee! And there's things flying all over the place. Pumpkins, and he's going to crash into a tree. This owl is a little perturbed. He's concerned. See what I mean by fun? This book is just great. Whoa! It's a monster mash. Oh my God, this tiny little short little chubby witch. I love her. That would be me right there. Look at, she's got bat friends and a cat friend. The cat might have just oh, she's making a vegetable soup, for goodness sakes. She's got, and actually on all her shelves is food. You know, mushrooms hanging, and then over here we've got honey and cheese, and she's just making soup. Okay, now so the way these work is half the book comes in one pack. You get two downloadables, and one has half the book and the other has half the book. So I guess they do that to make it so the downloadables are more manageable. So you have to go out of this and find the other half. This is Halloween. I think it would be, oh, this was a page that came for free. And I can't remember where I think I got it off of her Instagram. Isn't that beautiful? Maybe that was the whole book. I think that was the whole book. Which one is this? We're going to have to look through this. Looks like I got another Christmas one. The only problem is that she doesn't, the name of the book isn't on some of those nice little town ones. So you have to, when you download it, name it. And that would be the best way to do it. So I think that was the full Halloween book. That was 25 pages. That was the whole Halloween book. So we need to write that one in. And I don't know if I have any of the PDFs in the old book. So we're just going to write in this new one. Now, this is not Nice Little Town. This is just called Halloween. I'm so glad we're putting the PDFs in here because I tell you, I have let the PDFs get away from me. Tatiana, Bogema, Stolova, and I have 0. Okay, the next one is also Halloween, but it's called, let me get the name right. Hold on. So this is her other Halloween book, and it's called Nice Little Town. I made it, put it up here. Nice Little Town Witches Halloween. So the difference between Halloween and Nice Little Town Witches Halloween is that the Halloween book was before, and it's just Halloween images. This one takes place in Nice Little Town, although I don't think there's any mice. So this is what a witch's Halloween looks like in Nice Little Town. So yeah, the full book is in this. This particular artist is not splitting up the book into two, but you'll see that with some artists, quite a few off of Etsy. So we have a page like we did in the other one, which is just some elements, but you'll see that this is more Nice Little Townish. Now, I'm not sure why she just didn't change the names, but why one is Halloween and one is Nice Little Town Halloween. But I think the Halloween one is a little more doodle, a little bit more like we saw more detail. The Nice Little Town one has more like the town and then an element. And it's adorable. Look at that little, I love her witches. They're just so cute, and they always have cute hair. And their hats are adorable. And these are happy ghosts just riding along. I love that little derpy guy. But see here, you have the nice little townhouses. They're just Halloween and related to witches. So the 3 Halloween books, to be clear, are Halloween, Nice Little Town Halloween, and Nice Little Town Witches Halloween. And this is Nice Little Town Witches Halloween. So Halloween is just Halloween images all over the place. Nice Little Town Halloween is the one that I did all those pages in with the ghosts and stuff. And Nice Little Town Witches Halloween is this one, which focuses on witches, but in the Nice Little Town world. That's pretty. That is a neat scene. I love that it's compact and round. I wouldn't do any backgrounds. I would just do that. So see, this could have fit right into Nice Little Town Halloween, but you don't see any mice. You see a witch instead. Here's that big pet that shows up in the Nice Little Town books, and then there's a witch. I think it looks like she's coming to give him a bath. So this is more like if Nice Little Town was inhabited by witches instead of mice. Little tiny witches. Cute, huh? This one I have done. Let me go get it. I printed this one out and did it. Hold on. Okay, so I keep all my finished PDFs in this. Whoops. And there is a lot. So it's not a great system. It's just a portfolio thing. I'm hoping, I need to ask Disney Megs. She's got some of those neat non-glary portfolios that you stick each page in, and makes it like a book. I'd like to make a book out of all my completed PDFs. But here is, okay, you remember this one? This is the one I'm talking about, where she's in the bathtub. This is what I did. And I really felt like this was like an adobe tub, and I wanted to make it. Now she's taking a milk bath. So I made her water cut because the cat is eating out of it. And again, I was still just learning how to do light. And she's got her bloomers up. Now I did make the mistake of making her skirt very close colored to the wall, so it's hard to see her skirt hanging there. Everything else I think I really like in this. Again, it's all alcohol markers. I don't think there's anything but alcohol markers in this. Yeah, a little white Posca up here, but there isn't any pencils for shading or anything. It's just alcohol markers. So that was fun, huh? I do like this. And I had so much more fun doing it on a PDF, doing it on my own paper rather than in the books, that I was tempted to go back and get them all in PDF, but then I was like, oh God, that's a lot. So I have a hybrid. I have some in book form and some in PDF form. All my future ones from her will be in the PDFs, just because Matchstick Mouse, I'm fine with using the books. I mean, it's a small page. I like having them there in the book. It's fine. But these are big. I want to do more with them. And it's just the paper really inhibits me a lot in those books. So I'm getting, any future purchases of hers will be PDF. So I'll always have half and half to deal with. But yeah, that's that one. Now let's go back to looking at this book. So that's this one that I did. So we've done one out of this book. Nice little town, witches Halloween. Another house. Oh. So I don't know if you know this, but this little girl witch and her tree and everything. Look at the fairy in the bottle. She's sticking her tongue out at her. I think that's funny. She doesn't like being in a bottle. And here's a little house again with the ghost flags and a little witch up there in the top window, looking at her bats flying in. So I think this one's hilarious. This is a graveyard, right? And these are hands coming up out of a grave, and this ghost is painting its nails. It's giving a little manicure with all the bottles and stuff. But it's like he got caught. It's like we intruded in on him. And then there's this one waiting in the wings. It's like a nail shop in a graveyard. It cracks me up. I love this. The shelves, always fun. Lots of little bottles and jars and pumpkins at the bottom. Oh, isn't that sweet? Look at that funny derpy cat with his tongue sticking out. She's just holding him on a rainy day. She's adorable. Ah, I love the way Tatiana makes her characters. Okay, this one, freaking hilarious. So they're like in a tented area. They've got a butler there who's bringing them spirits. And it's like they just got caught. Like someone just got caught and they're like, oh no. Oh, I'm not winning. Oh, no. See, some of them are very nervous about being caught that they're playing cards. I imagine like maybe their significant others have shown up like, you said you were going to the grocery store. And this one's like, hey, hi. And this one's like, hi. Like they don't know any better. And these are all like, the gig is up. And they've got all their alcohol. It's just listening to the game on the radio. I mean, it's like a gentleman's club and they all got caught. But the dorky ones don't know any better. They don't know better. That's the story I'm making. And I think it's hysterical. And this one, oh, I see what this one's doing. Look, he's hiding cards. He's cheating. Oh my gosh. It's such a funny page. Oh, all right. A house with pumpkins growing on it. And these cute little witchy poos. Like, They were trying to make something and it went wrong. It's exploding. It's exploding carrots and skulls. The cat there is a little perturbed. Can you see her? That face, look at the freckles. Don't you love her faces? They're just so good. This is a really cute page. This one would be a lot of fun to do this year. And then the plague doctor. But he's trick-or-treating. It's a costume. It's the witch dressed up. And then here's some more of those rave ghosts. Woo! Wave your hands in the air. And this is just a scene with, there's the boot house again. Ooh, a lovely little desktop scene. There's some dried flowers and like a spell book and bottles and stuff. Can't read what they say. Books. Fun, fun, fun. This one would be fun to use, like, to make as realistic as possible. You know, making burnt edges on the parchment and, yeah, leather-bound volumes. It'd be fun. I don't understand what's going on here, but I love this one as well. I remember looking at this one. He's standing there looking scared or something, holding a parasol for sweet little princess witch here. I don't know what they're doing, standing on the side of the road. This one has the most realistic face, doesn't she? That's very different than the others. But so pretty. Now she's sitting at her table with the blue ghosts looking in on her and the happy pumpkin with the candles. And she's just enjoying herself some little pumpkin cake snacks inside with her cat. I love it. Tatiana is so imaginative. So here we have a Cerberus, the three-headed dog, chased the cat up the tree. There's the three-headed dog. And then I don't know what these ghosties are hanging from the trees. She has them in a lot of pages, and I don't know if they're puppets or what they're supposed to be. It might be something in her country. Another beautiful page. Beautiful. So we have all the hanging vegetables and herbs and stuff. Her brooms are propped up next to the wall. Looks like one of them's a Christmas gift wrapped up. And, oh, she's making brooms. Yep, she's wrapping them up for Christmas. Isn't that beautiful? It's such a beautiful page. The brickwork, like she's outside in her patio. Oh, fun page to go. Oh, and then look. A crazy spider swinging off of her hat. Just having a good old time. Oh, so beautiful. Feathers. She's decorating brooms, vessels to sell. And that's it. Boom, boom, boom. So that is Nice Little Town Witches Halloween. We're going to put that in, and we've done one. That's nice. Nice Little Town Witches Halloween. Tatiana Bogema Stolova. And there's one done. Nice. All right. What else do we have? Okay, we have a couple more oddball ones from Tatiana Bogema Stolova. And they're in here. I just noticed. One we have is a Christmas one. So I wanted to pull this up and see. Don't look for a second. I'm going to back up. I don't want you to get seasick. Back up. What? Oh, that's a single page. This was another page. I pulled up the wrong one. This is a Valentine page. She had this on her Instagram to download. So if you follow her on her Instagram and stuff, she'll put up free pages for you. And the way I usually get them is screenshot. I screenshot them because I don't think she knows how to do it, make them downloadable. Okay, the one I'm looking at is this one. What do I call it? Nice Little Town Christmas 4. Oh, so I have 3 and 4. Okay, well, let's look at this. see what this is. Isn't that sad that I didn't even know what I had? That's why I have to get all this together and put the PDFs with the books so that I see them when I look through. And I see what I see that I don't have anything colored in Halloween. And I need to color something in it. But I have something colored here. So it's just, yes. Hold on a sec. Did I do that backwards? Hold on. I'll check later. The one I colored with the bath was that in this one? Did I screw these up myself? I'll check and straighten it out. All right. You would have known. Whew. This is confusing even for me. All right. And I'm here with all the information. Let's look through this one. This book belongs to page is a stocking. How fun is that? A gumball machine filled with what? Candy? Oh, it's so cute, isn't it? Let's see. Let's bring you in just a little bit. I love this type of cozy stuff where they're laying in bed and reading. That's one of my favorite things. That's why I like Annie Day so much, which I will be getting those two on PDF. No, I might be getting the books in those. And so we'll have those to add to the Morgan O'Brien section. They're putting up lights. They're getting ready. That's what I would be doing. Not that. Choo-choo. Isn't that cute? It's the first Christmas train we've seen. Another really cool house. She does like her houses. I don't usually color the ones that don't have a critter in them, though, because I like it. I'm just not into the stationary houses. But sometimes, if I felt like it, I would. I do interiors. I like interiors, but just the exterior of a house, like this is a lot of houses. I love this, the skis. This one has snow. Now, see, I would color this in a heartbeat. Yes, absolutely. It's got a little mouse pulling a sled and got their little Christmas ornaments. They got it all decorated for Christmas. Oh, you always got to have your mail. And look, he's got lots of mail to send out. He has lots of friends, and so does she. They're all bringing their Christmas cards to get mailed. And this guy up here is just enjoying the evening, isn't he? I love it. They've got the whole town decorated for Christmas. Fun, fun page. Oh, see. Yeah. So she's inside. Looks like she's baking, and she's putting things up in the window, and they're looking in the window. So this must be some sort of bakery. Wow. Looks delicious. Oh my gosh, sledding. And this is that ladybug. She's got a cute little hat on with ears and tail. They're pulling their sleds up to the top of the hill and sliding down. I don't remember seeing this page. How fun. I love looking at these books with you because I see pages that I want to do that I've forgotten about. So that's another reason these videos are really fun for me to do with you. It's as much fun for me as, well, I don't know if it's fun for you or not. It's really fun for me. Look at it. It's snail or no, what? Caterpillar, right? Slug? I don't know. Caterpillar in the window. Going up to buy their hot chocolate at the hot chocolate store, and a snow penguin. Okay, this Santa's not fooling anybody. But here comes Santa Claus in a lovely little tree house. Okay, I have done this one, and I found it, so I'm going to pull it out for you. I did this with Disney Megs. We did this together. And this is the page that I did. Now, I got a lot of comments on this page. It is something I've never done before. And I keep pulling the camera, the phone askew because it's plugged in right here. Hey, there's my pajamas. And so I keep knocking it, and that's the hazard. I've been asked to show how I did this, and the only reason I haven't is because I'm not quite sure how I did it. Actually, I think I do know. And it was pencils. I might have done some I only use alcohol markers up here, it looks like. Everything else was pencils. And I really just wanted, well, it was my first buddy with Disney Meg, so I had to really go for it. But I really wanted, this was the page that I was gonna fly or die learning how to do the light sourcing. So I got serious about it. And I'm like, if this was like a Tiffany lamp made of glass, it would definitely glow here. It would not glow up here, but let's just pretend, because I wanted to make them lit up too. I did have these lights here, so I thought maybe they would put some glow along the bottom of these prayer flags. There are these little flags that I had up. And then what I did was I just colored yellow over everything that might be touched. Now today, I would probably just color yellow there and not color the purple underneath it. I wouldn't color the page and then put yellow on top, because that might change the color. But that's what I did here. And I just sort of made everything, put a little bit of yellow on everything that this lamp might be. And then I made the lamp look like it was transparent by, you know, if you grew up with these glass lamps, you'd kind of realize what they look like. But I did make the light source kind of shine up here, and that's not really accurate. But I did want to light up this bookcase, and I wanted to light up the tree. And of course, there would be no light source up here either. But I'm really proud of this page. It's a lot of work to make light source accurate, because it's easy to forget and go, whoops, the light would be touching that. And then you have to try to lighten up something. So yeah. But I really liked this page. It just, it was a lot of work because it was all pencil. And I haven't done anything like it since. But I want to, which is why I like printing them out, because I could have never done this in the book. Printing it out on my own paper, which I used Nina Bristol. No, I used Nina Super White, used to be called, what's it called now? It used to be called Bright White, then it went to Super White. Now it's called something else, but it's the Nina White, and it's like, I think it's 80 or 100 GSM. Most people use the Nina Bristol or the Nina Vellum. Nina is spelled Neenah, and if you look it up on Amazon, you'll see all the choices. But they make the best paper, I think. So, done one in this book. This one. I've done this one in this book. Okay. Here's another house one. And he's bringing presents. I tell you, last Christmas, I remember, I got tired of coloring presents. I did lots of presents, but I did a few pages that had a ton of presents on them. I was done. In fact, one page almost didn't get finished because I got so tired of coloring presents. I'm over that now. I'm ready to color presents again, but I'm going to be aware that to not burn myself out on presents, not burn myself out on one motif. That's a surefire recipe. I won't finish that page. There's skiing, going up the lift. That would be me drinking hot cocoa inside. It's like a ski resort. Oh. So this page I printed out. And I printed it out, and I'm not going to waste your time looking for it. It is right here because I've got everything right here. But I printed this out because I wanted to use this page to do a video, because I was asked by several people to show how I did those light sources. And this would be a really fun one because you can these are lightning bugs, so you can make these light sources so they light up everything around them. And this one, and where's the other light source? Seems like there was one more. Oh, the fire. And I just think it's adorable because look at those sleepy mice. That's me. I sleep like that. Yep. And she's reading them a story, and they're all conked out with their little boots. Great page. Probably should still do that. I'm going to start filming my coloring more, and then if something, you know, is interesting happens, I'll keep that video and do a voiceover and post it. I can't talk and color at the same time. I can't talk and walk at the same time. So what's happening here? It reminds me of Hee Haw. How many of you are old enough to remember Hee Haw, where all the different windows would open and there'd be a different character in each window? You have to be old for that. So yeah, I'll post videos of me coloring, if anything, if it's interesting at all. That way, if I'm just videoing the whole time I'm coloring, I'll catch something that might be interesting. And if it's not, I'll just delete it. They're sewing quilts. They're sewing big fluffy blankets. And look, another lightning bug for a light source. And then this little glass lamp too. Look at all the blankets, and they're hand sewing. Wow. These are all the grandmas. Yes. What's happening here? Where's the horse? This looks like a horse-drawn sleigh. They're all in the sleigh having a good time. Aw. He's catching snowflakes on his tongue. And he's got his sled. He's going to go sledding. This is like a gingerbread house. It's really neat. He's scraping up the snow. And they've got snow glue. And they've gotten rid of... Someone lost their gloves. Remember the gloves with the string? Do they still have those? And you would like thread it through your sleeve and up behind your shoulder and down the other sleeve so that kids, when they take their gloves off, they wouldn't lose them. They were never very popular. They're crawling in and out. They're doing all kinds of stuff. This is just a bunch of kids playing in the yard. Another fun house with candy on it. And look, he's stringing up the lights. See, I think that is fun. Stringing up the lights. I like the decorating pages. Mom's bringing hot cocoa out to the cold kids who are playing in the snow, and that would be me inside with my hot cocoa with Mom. Fun page. These are all fun. I think that's the end. 27 of 27. So that's Nice Little Town Christmas 4. And I've done 1 in it. So let's take care of that. This is probably shaken again. Nice Little Town. This is all we've done, and it's taken this long. It's ridiculous. Okay, you're going to be like that. Christmas 4, and I've done 1. Whew, I feel like I've been videoing forever. Videoing forever. Do I have any more Nice Little Town? Oh, I do. I have 1 more. All right, let's finish the last Nice Little Town, and then I'll cut this video, and I'll, I have a big pile of books here. I'll do the rest another day because it's getting late. Okay. This next one is also PDF, and it is brand new. It's the Nice Little Town 15, right? The brand new one, and it's the space one that everybody loves. So let's look at it. It's right here, and it's all in one. All in one. Oops, let me get you to the beginning. I think I just have to do it this way. Don't look. Don't look. There you go. Okay, so Nice Little Town 15 is probably my favorite. Yeah, it's probably my favorite. It just is so cool. It really is. There's your belongs to space. It's everything space. But I don't know what it is about it. It's more than that. It's just a different venue and different outlook. It's the first time she's ventured out of the Nice Little Town, and now we're in space. It's just really cool creatures and really cool composition. Like, I love the background options here. And look, this reminds me of something from Star Wars, right? Isn't that like some guy from Star Wars? And he's riding on this creature with eyes and stuff. And there's us. So a lot of us, as you know, I run the Alien Worlds gigantic group of wonderful space explorers. It's the Alien Worlds Data Report hashtag. And if you want to, we're all a bunch of space explorers going through the Alien Worlds book by Kirby Rosanis. And we're just we're starting with the first, outfitting our ships and then going to the first planet. And then we just go wherever we want to go win the planets, but we stay in the group and we share our data that we bring back, and we have space explorer names and our ships have names. It's a whole thing. Really super fun. I think we've got like 50 people or more in there now. You can join at any time because there's no pre-planned pages or deadlines, because there's no rules in space, we say. So you can join anytime. So if you want to, hit me up on Instagram if you're interested. It's an Instagram group, so you have to have an Instagram account. But if you have an Instagram account, you don't need a YouTube channel, and you want to join in with a bunch of really fun people. We talk about anything and everything. People from all over the world. Seriously, all over the world are in there. And it's just so much fun. And it's a bunch of people that you watch. You'll recognize most of the names. So look at this rocket. But the whole segue there was because this book is super popular amongst them, because it's just another space book and it's another space explorer, and you can pretend you are this explorer, and you're going to see all these fun people and all these interesting landscapes. Look, the two suns, and just really, really neat. So we all love this book. And I have a buddy this month. And I'll show you the page that is the buddy. I haven't started yet, so I have nothing colored on it. Look at these floating things. It's just, she's showing us that she can do more than cute little houses with mushrooms, made out of mushrooms. She can do this sort of landscape stuff, which is so neat. Look at these guys just laying here getting data. This reminds me of one of our creatures on the Lost Paradise planet that the space explorers have discovered. It was a solar giant, and it was an elephantine type creature like this, but this one's furry. And here's these guys gathering data. That's what we do in the Alien Worlds group. This one is adorable. When my buddies and I were picking out a page, we had a hard time. This whole book is, I would color every single page. This is the only book that I would color every single page in. So this is definitely my favorite of hers. I just think with every page, there's some repetition in her other books with those houses, but every page is completely different here. This one, these guys, little robot. I love their little space explorer outfits because they have a hole for their tail. And look at this creatures they're seeing, these flying creatures. It's just like, and the neat thing about space is you can make it any color you want. It's wide open. So there's no restriction. I think that's a great appeal of coloring space pages, because you could pick any palette you want. This is one I've often thought of because it looks very Savannah-like to me, and I'd like to do it like deserty colors. I never noticed this little guy down here. Oh, he looked like one of the plants. That's the whole point, probably. I love this little guy here looking up at the two planets I can see. This is the cover. This is one that a lot of people like. There's some people doing this as a buddy this month for Space Timber. It's Space Timber. I don't know what he's doing. He's a little worried. He's running probably because he shouldn't be doing that, but he's having a good time. Yeah, it's hashtag Space Timber 2024 is what we're coloring a lot of these pages for. And so you're going to see pages put out with that hashtag from this book. I think you'll see a lot. Oh my gosh, this one's fun. I don't remember this one. This one would have been a good contender. I want to do them all. They're just, sea, water and trees and sky. I mean, she's just going everywhere with this book. I love these Land Rover things she's got going on, and all of the flying creatures. They're so neat. This is the one we're doing. Now, this is my favorite page in the book. And this is the one my buddies and I are doing. We have a group buddy doing this together. And I haven't started because I am having my favorite page in the book syndrome. It's like, I want this to be perfect, which is ridiculous. So I don't even know where to start. I mean, I have a color palette in mind. He's got a lava lamp there. It's like the mouse is just sitting there. He's got some books, some exercise equipment, like he's on this alien world stationed. He's having a day off, and he's just sitting there meditating, enjoying watching these, you know, slow lumbering, I imagine, creatures flying by his window. I think it's just peaceful and beautiful. And I want to do it justice. Now here, she can't get away from her houses, but these are like space houses. And it's almost like maybe this is in the future on this planet. I don't know. But look at their washing machine. They're doing laundry. Maybe this is the space station. What is she holding on a leash? We don't know. Something that is behind the house that she's got on a leash. Huh. So it's like these are astronauts on a space station and they're doing their laundry, maybe? I think so. Here's another. Now, see, he's peeking and there's his rover. Whoops, sorry. There's his rover and he's peeking at this creature. Look at this fun creature. It's like a snake bird. And then there's some flying things there, and just the foliage is really cool. This is water, and it's got some things with eyes in it, and these globulous, transparent things. I mean, oh, there's two of them. There's this one and this one. I see. I mean, any color palette, any treatment, any special effects. This is great. This, again, reminds me of Star Wars. He's like at a market buying alien things from an alien. A Jabba the Hutt cat type thing. Vegetables, it looks like. Here he is relaxing. And the bartender's yawning. And there's something up there. But he's relaxing at the space bar. With critters all over, just enjoying himself. This could be a really nice evening. You know? What a fun... I mean, is there not a page that you wouldn't color? Like, because every page... This bartender with this octopus-like creature. Perfect bartender. I love that she made it kind of curved, like it's you're seeing it through a lens of some sort. I don't know what he's making, but it looks like sugar cubes and pickles. But I'm sure it's another planet. So who knows what those things are. And look, things are written back here in alien language. What an eye for detail that is. How fun. Here's another one. This bird looks a little perturbed, maybe. It's like, this is my nest. Stay away from it. And she's looking at the bird's nest. Creatures everywhere in these. I mean, the more you look, the more you see. This is a big creature with many legs and a mushroom head. With a bird friend. Put a bird on it. That came out of nowhere. Here is, she's got little bat people, little bat things. Okay, these guys are coming. These are our two astronauts bringing a plant, housewarming plant, to these aliens. I love their outfits. But they're pointing at something that might be dangerous. Are they pointing at these bat creatures coming in? Or maybe they're pointing at the flower. They don't understand it. Maybe this is an earth flower they're bringing. Really fun. And again, the sky. I just like that there's room for backgrounds in a lot of these. This one is weird, and I've tried to figure it out. I love it. It's got like little peeking weird creatures all over. I think it's close up in a plant, and these are little tiny, tiny creatures maybe. I think so. Okay, here, this is totally out of Star Wars. Look, that's R2-D2. Look, and that's probably like, hopefully not Jar Jar Binks. I stopped watching Star Wars after Jar Jar Binks. I was so mad at that character. I thought it was so dumb and insulting. A lot of people like Jar Jar Binks, but that was it for me. I never watched another one. Now, I think they did get better at some point, but I thought that character, that CGI character, was awful. And it's funny because when that came out way back then, look at all these spare parts. Dead robots. When that came out, it was a love-hate. It divided people. It was a huge source. It was a huge topic. News channels were talking about this whole Jar Jar Binks character because it was, you either thought he was cute or you hated his very guts. And it was a big deal. A lot of people fell off the Star Wars wagon because of Jar Jar Binks. He was controversial just because he was like, CGI wasn't big back then, so he isn't very well done, but it was at the beginnings of, we're starting to see more and more CGI characters. We just had, Roger Rabbit, which was a huge breakthrough. But where I loved Roger Rabbit, I hated Jar Jar Binks. They made him too silly and goofy, too childish. So I haven't watched a Star Wars since then. Although I think I did have to go with a client one time to a Star Wars, and because it had been so long, I didn't understand what was going on. It was like kids. I don't know. It was when they were young. He's collecting something dripping off those leaves. And again, look how cute he is. I love the clothing she's doing. She must have had fun drawing this because just like in coloring, it's wide open. You can draw whatever. Oh my God, look at the fuzzy dice in his. Griff, Captain Griff, this reminds me of a ship that you and your posse would be in. This is a party ship. Look, this is a space station. They got some supplies, emergency things there, but inside he's making coffee. Got their rations, and they're on the edge of a body of water, and this one's out watching these amazing creatures. Very cool. And look, the whole background, you could just make this any color you want with these planets and moons and suns. You could do whatever you wanted. It could just be amazing. And you know me, I color very bold colors, I don't do subtle at all. So space is good for me. And that's the end of that. So that one is Nice Little Town 15. It's the most recent one as of September 2024. Nice Little Town 15, and this is the space one. And that's Tatiana, Bogema, Stolova. And I haven't done any yet, but I will have it by the end of this month. All right, we only did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. My gosh. But we got to see some really fun stuff. So I'm going to stop here. We are finally done with Nice Little Towns. And I think next we'll go into some new things I've got. Yes, I have a bunch of odds and ends of new things that we need to add in. So we'll do all those next time. And then if we have time, we'll start Hannah Carl's on. If not, we'll save her to the next one. All right. Thank you for being here, for listening to me for so long. I love it that you're here in my living room with me and Matchstick. Oh my gosh, Matchstick is buried in books. I don't think she minds. I think that might be her preferred way of being, buried in coloring books, right? So Matchstick and Gudetama say goodbye. I do not say goodbye. I say get out. We'll put him aside. Matchstick says goodbye, and thank you so much for supporting me and being here with my coloring journey. It's so fun to have you here with me. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.